Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ayo here and I'm reaching you live and direct from Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks so much for stopping by. On this channel, I upload DIYs, pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing us different ways to make fabric roses. So let's get started. I'll be working with the following items: fabric scissors, needle and thread, fabric pieces which I have already cut into circles of 2 different sizes, embellishment, another fabric pieces which I have also cut into circles of 2 different sizes. A long strip of fabric which I have already placed on fold. This is another long strip of fabric which I have also placed on fold. So I'll go ahead and make the first rows. I have here 8 pieces. I also have here 8 pieces, making 16 pieces in all. I'll be using my needle and thread to make the rows. I will fold the fabric into 2 like this to form a semicircle. I will also fold it again to form a quarter circle. With my needle and thread, I will now gather it like this. This is the shape it's going to give me. See this open end, take note of it. I will also fold another fabric circle like I did before. Note that the right side of the fabric is what is outside. The open end should face the same direction as the first one. I will also gather it just like I did for the previous one. I will now pick another fabric piece and I will fold it just like I did earlier. I will also make sure that the open end is facing the same as the previous ones that I made. I will now gather it like this. I will continue to do the same thing for the other pieces. Now that I'm done, I will close the open end like this. Then I will reduce the circle, the opening at the middle of the fabric rows by running gathering stitches close to the opening and drawing it close. Now that I've done that, I will go ahead and make the other rows, the other smaller rows. So now I've done that, these are the 2 roses. This is the smaller rows, as you can see. All the open ends for this rows is facing the same direction. I will now place the smaller rows on the bigger rows like this, and I will fix the two pieces together with my needle and thread. This embellishment will be used to cover this opening. You can also use a button or any other embellishment of your choice to cover it. I will cover in this opening, this with this embellishment. I will now go ahead and fix the two pieces together like this with my needle and thread. So this is what I have after fixing the pieces together. So now that I'm done with that, I will now make another type of fabric rows that is quite similar to the first one. I also have here 8 pieces and also 8 pieces, making 16 pieces in all. Note that the right side of the fabric is what will be folded outside. This time around, I will only be folding the circle into a semicircle like this. I will also gather it with my needle and thread. The next one, I will fold it into 2 to form a semicircle, and I will also gather it with my needle and thread like this. There is no open end this time around, so the rose pieces can face any direction. I will now go ahead and do the same thing for all the other pieces. So now I will close this open end like this. I will also reduce the opening at the middle of the fabric rows by running gathering stitches close to the opening and drawing it close together, just like I'm doing. So now I've gone ahead to make the other smaller rows. I will fix the 2 roses together like this and use the embellishment to cover this opening. So these are the 2 roses. Can you notice the difference between the 2? This one has pointed tips, while the other one has blunt tips or ends. So I'll be using this fabric strip to make another type of rose. I will go ahead and gather it on my sewing machine. So now I've done that, I will now go ahead and roll it up and secure it in place with my needle and thread, just like this. As I'm rolling it up, I will also carefully arrange it so that it will have a nice shape. So this is the final look of the rose. This is what the rose looks like. So this is another fabric strip which I will be pleating this time around. I will be doing the pleating on my sewing machine. So now the fabric strip has been pleated. I will now go ahead and roll it up, just like I did for the gathered strip of fabric. I go ahead and roll it up like this. I will secure it with my needle and thread. So that's it, guys. We are done. Was this video helpful? If yes, kindly like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in my next tutorial. Bye and thank you for watching.